we are. That's better. I can see you in here. I can almost see because I haven't got my glasses on. So thanks very much again for joining today. And thanks to Nick Powell for recommending or nominating you to walk with me. Because he said that you would like to walk, although we're not actually physically walking because we've had a few technical glitches.
Yeah.
But we are pretending that we're walking, and you've already been out a run today, so you've done your exercise.
Yeah, we're doing the walk from my sofa at the moment due to Wi-Fi problems, connection problems.
I'm still outside, so I don't know how long that's going to last because the clouds are coming over as well. So we'll see.
It's been raining and windy all day today, and it finally got nice when we went out for that walk. And then, of all the things to let us down, it wasn't the weather; it was the
technical. Yeah, it's fine. So, as I start with all my other walks, I've googled. Didn't find out very much about you, so you're going to have to tell us a lot. One of the things that did come across though is your positivity and your determination from you wanting something in your career, from going to uni right through to where you are now. Can you talk a wee bit about that, please?
Yeah, I can. The job that I've got now, which is a presenter on Sky Sports News, is what I've always wanted to do. It goes back before university. When I was choosing my A-levels at school, I was choosing them with, in my mind, what is going to help me to get that job. And then choosing the university and, the course at university, exactly the same. What's going to help me get that job? And I was very, very focused. There was nothing else I wanted to do. I didn't actually have a plan B. I hoped I'd never need one. But at the same time, probably wasn't particularly sensible to not have one. And when I was at university, I had 1 year left at university, and I got just applied in the normal way to get work experience at Sky Sports. Did 2 weeks work experience, must have done something well because I stayed on. I was given the chance to stay on as a runner in a freelance capacity. So making teas and coffees, looking after the guests, doing the auto key for presenters. And I was able to do that while still in my last year of university. When university finished, I was able to do it full time, and that was me at Sky Sports then. From there, I could really go for it, but that was what I deemed to be the hardest part, was getting in. Which I did through pure hard work, but then it was 10 times more hard work to actually to be on the bottom of the ladder, but it was a ladder I wanted to be on, to actually get to where I wanted to be. In my mind, the top of the ladder was the job I've got now. It actually was 10 times more effort to get from the bottom to where I wanted to be, but all of that hard work and determination was all worth it, I'm happy to say.
Good. And you love it. You love your job.
Yeah. It hasn't. Having always wanted to do it, it hasn't let me down. I absolutely love it. I still don't have a plan B. I still, if this job is taken from me for one reason or another, I'll be back to where I was choosing A-levels at school.
That's really good. So Sky Sports is there's such a buzz about the place, and I think when I spoke to Nick, I said the same. We were lucky enough to get a tour around one of the times we were down in London, and I think it was possibly when Mourinho was sacked or something, and we found out like 20 seconds before anybody else because there's that time gap. So you must get things through all the time about, I don't know how do you think so quickly, because obviously you have something that you're planning on talking about, but because it's news, things must be changing all the time.
Well, that's the perfect example, because I was about to go on air. Mourinho was sacked 10 minutes before I was going on air, so I will have seen it. So it was a case of, in that sense, you actually got 10 minutes to prepare for it, which is normally you get the producers in your ear. You need to break this news, and it's there and then you do it. in terms of being ready for it, the only way you can be ready is if you know your subject. If my sports knowledge, in particular football, football, I'd back my knowledge to be better than anyone. So because I'm confident that I can, football-wise, can deal with anything. If some breaking news happens, I will know my subject. I will know. That's a fairly easy one with Jose Mourinho. You know all about him. You know all about his career, and it's and you can cope with it quite easy. It's all about knowing your subject and improving your knowledge. And the beauty in this job is improving your knowledge on something involves watching sport all day long. And
that's really hard work.
Yeah, that's certainly not a chore.
Yeah, it's good. One of the things, we had a quick chat the other day, turn to do the talking, but one of the things that you mentioned was that you're a mental health ambassador.
Yes.
Can you tell us a bit about what that involves?
Yeah, so a mental health first aider, but that's the official title. But at Sky, we don't like the term mental because it's got negative connotations. So we call ourselves well-being champions or well-being ambassadors, and that is we all, those who are well-being champions have all done a course to become mental health first aiders, and it was probably the best thing that I've ever done. Mental health is very close to my heart because of someone who was very close to me that tried to take their own life, and when that happened, I had no idea what was going on in her. I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to deal with it. So someone's just at the door. That's the one thing, I can still answer the door. 1 second. Thank you. There we go. Big parcel of clothes. It won't be for me. It'll be for my girlfriend, who's in bed because she's been at work since 3 o'clock this morning.
All right.
So, and when that happened to me, I had no idea what was going on in her head. It was quite frustrating that, like, the way she was acting to me at the time was very frustrating because I didn't understand depression at all. I didn't understand it. And she tried to take her own life, and I was the one who found her. And it was, first of all, the paramedics came in immediately, and she was, she is still here, thankfully. But the effect it had on her is the most important, but it had a heck of an effect on me. Mainly the guilt of not understanding what was happening in her head. She was acting differently, and it was annoying me, as opposed to me trying to work out what was wrong. And from there, and that was coming up to 10 years ago, and from there I have wanted to learn more about mental health, learn more about depression, help other people. You mainly do this to help other people. You accidentally end up helping yourself because you learn so much, and you actually end up being a nicer person because you start to understand how being horrible to someone, being nasty to someone, talking down to someone, shouting at someone, you start to realise actually that could be having a huge effect on that person that you don't know about, and you actually end up like being a nicer person. And I, in terms of like positive thinking, everyone always like says, you're so positive, like you always see the good in people, you find the good in situations, and I take that as a huge compliment. And when it comes to the positivity, it's quite simple for me. In the vast majority of situations in life, there will be positives, there will be negatives. Not everything, right? If someone close to you passes away, there are no positives, all right? I know that. But there are other situations where there are no negatives. Now, being happy isn't a choice because depression is a real thing. Mental health problems are very, very real and very, very common.
However, I do believe that to a certain extent, positivity is a choice. So if you get a situation and everybody can relate to, can find a situation in their mind that they can relate to here. Let's say, start with something quite small. I don't like doing late shifts. I don't like finishing at midnight. All right, I'm not with my son's mum, so I'm up early with him, and I've been a single dad for a long time. I don't like working the late shifts. I'm normally in bed early. I'm not at my best. I don't really like them. So when I see on the rota that I'm working until midnight, it'd be very easy to be negative. Like, oh God, I'm working till midnight again. Oh, that's everything ruined. But actually, there are a heck of a lot of positives to that. I'm off all day. I can do my exercise. I can go to the gym. I might need to do my weekly shop. Well, there, I've got a day to do it. I might need my haircut. I can go and get my haircut. I can, if any odd jobs, I can do them. Washing, ironing, I've got time to do them, whereas some weeks you don't have time to do any of that. All of those things I can do, and also there'll be time to chill out for a couple of hours before work. Again, that's a real luxury, just being able to chill out for a bit. I get to do that. There might be time to, if my girlfriend's not working, there might be time for us to go out for lunch together or just have lunch together. Listen to how many positives I listed there, and there was only a couple of negatives. But it's so easy to focus on those negatives. Now, if you're focused on those negatives, you're in a bad mood and you are going to be negative. If you focus on all of those positives, you are going to have a smile on your face. You are going to be positive. Actually, you look forward to the day as opposed to dreading the day. And that is a very small thing, just working a late shift. But you can apply that to pretty much anything, looking at positives and negatives, because there are both in most things. If you focus on the positives, you will be more positive. And that's the way I live.
Yeah, definitely. I'm quite a positive person as well, and I find I like being around positive people. I find that especially, I've still got some health troubles, so if I'm coming up for a scan or something like that, I really can't be around negative people. It needs to be, I need to get some positivity in my life. So yeah, totally get that. So thanks for sharing that. That was really good. Yeah. So we'll go on to something else now, and the loves of your life, which I think I've kind of got an idea what that's going to be. So you said you're really into football and things. What puts you in a good mood?
What puts me in a good mood in terms of just like hobbies and stuff, or in terms of my whole life. I mean, it revolves around football. I do play a little. I do still play a little bit, but I've never ever played to a high standard. It's only ever been for fun. But watching football is my is just, I could, at the moment on Sundays you have games from midday all the way through to like 10 o'clock, 4 games back to back. I can watch all 4 and my eyes don't want to leave the screen. I don't get bored of it at all. I absolutely love watching football. I prefer to be at a game. We haven't been able to go for over a year. The last game I could possibly go to, I actually did go to. My team lost, but we always do. But that is something I really just love, sitting down and watching football. And it gives me a heck of a lot of, I actually really look forward to it. And if you've got something to look forward to, you're actually going to be in a good mood in the days leading up to as well. So sitting there, and the beauty is with the one good thing about not being able to go to games, because my son's a little bit too young to come with me to games at the moment, although we can go to non-league games, because that's just, he can run around and do what he likes. But now I can sit here and watch the football. He can be just playing with his toys, or he can be sitting next to me and watching it, and it's actually like a nice family day for the two of us. And actually
we're just watching football all day. It's brilliant. The things that make me happy very much are watching football, whether that be at a game or on TV, or in a pub, watching football.
I know.
Was great.
Goodness, wouldn't that be great?
I know.
So how old is your son?
He's 3. He'll be 4 very soon, and he's brilliant. He's It's funny because as soon as he was born, I was like, God, he's amazing. I just want to be like this forever. And every single stage, I thought the same thing. I thought, God, this is even better now. He's even better now. No, I don't want him to go to school in September because I love the way he is now. But it's better and better. I'm someone who, funnily enough, I actually never ever wanted children.
Right.
But when I found out that his mum was pregnant, God, it felt like the happiness inside of me. It felt like I was going to explode with happiness.
Yeah.
And this is someone who always dreaded a girl saying that she was pregnant because I thought I didn't want kids. And then as soon as he came along, I actually realised that that's all I ever wanted. I just didn't know it.
Oh.
So he's brilliant. I just want him here all the time.
Wow.
I love it. Have you got children?
I've got 2 boys, 17 and 19. It's quite a bit older than your little one. But they bring you joy every day. A bit of stress sometimes as well, but most of the time it's joy. Which takes me on actually to one of the last things, because I know that we're both busy and got other things on. When I was doing some Googling, I actually seen a picture of you and who I assume is your mum, because I think it was on Twitter on Mother's Day or something.
Yes.
And all I can say is, if my children ever look as proud to be standing with me, I will be really happy. Because your mum was kind of just standing. The biggest grin and just so proud to be with her. It was so lovely. So I've got maybe not mum envy, but mum goals at the moment, I think.
Well, it might have had something to do with the fact that we were going to watch the football team we support, Sunderland. We were about to watch us play at Wembley, so the pride might have been more at our football team. But if we take that picture 2 hours later, we lost. So we probably.
I'm sure you'd have still been as proud to be standing beside your mum, though. So that was lovely. It was really nice seeing that. I think the only other thing is, do you know anybody else that would potentially like to walk with me?
Yes, definitely. I've thought about this, and although I haven't told him yet, I'll answer on his behalf. He will do it. A colleague of mine and Nick's actually is called Ed Draper. He's a presenter like us, and the reason that I suggested him is he is also a very positive person, and he's got a lot of interesting. He's into some very interesting things. Like he does his own podcast, which is a lot to do with like sort of calmness of the mind, and he is also very, very interested in. He's kind of done sleep studies on the importance of sleep.
Right.
Now, if he goes into detail on that, the irony is he'll send you to sleep. Right? if he just does some key bullet points, it's quite fascinating. And he is he's someone who's always smiling. And I think that he will be perfect. And I'll tell you now they'll do it, because as soon as I say it, he'll say yes straight away.
Perfect. Okay. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for spending time with me, and I'll let you get back to your day.
It's my pleasure. Have a great day.
Thank you very much. And Ed, we're coming to get you. Thank you.
Bye.
Speak to you later. Bye.